Hello, Paddy's Legion. This is Paddy's Water here. Tell me where you with my story time of all my customs over the years that I made for myself. We're going to start with the final order Termander. Pretty tool, I will admit. The detail I painted him all red. Cause I thought it'd be suitable to have a Termander for the final order. I did a video on beginning my custom, but never thought around to it until episode 9 came out. And my 500 Harvest Legion, this is one of them. This is the original Phase 2 Clone Trooper. He was pretty plain, but the detail looked amazing, so I decided to give him a paint job to show I am of the 500 first. Same with the original 500 first Legion Trooper. Well, he's made to be a medic. I paint all of this green to prevent any yellowing, but I kept the head and the body the same. This is one of my original episode 3 clone troopers. Happy that I made him now to be a medic. And another 500 first clone. As the same with the same thing with that was episode 3 trooper. He was getting yellowed, so I painted him in the way that the clones would paint their armor in Phase 2 than during the Clone Wars. That is the story behind my 500 first Legion. Guys, you'll see. And we will start with one of my Mandalorians, I suppose, because he was so eager. Okay, this is one of my custom mole Mandalorians with the first order flame trooper as the mainstay due to season 7 coming out. I decided to paint the head and the back and his legs and his knee pads red, but the main body green and the armor underneath green, because to show he was from the Maul clan. And when the Mandalorian came out, I made my first ever custom Mando. Well, he's no longer a Mando, but he is a part of the clan Fett. Pretty cool. Also, I don't know how many times I had to redo the head. So many times with this figure. Pretty cool. I did a lot of work. I did the yellow on the knee pads, little bit of yellow and green, I believe. Then green here, and I believe I did some grayish red for the head. I'm happy with my first custom of the Mandalorians, and this will be the only Mandalorian I will ever custom. And my first Unleashed Charmander. One of the fairly easier ones I made. Pretty cool detail. You can see I kinda meant to do the little line. I did half of this light blue that you saw some fading over the years, fighting for the Empire. And all of this light blue, and to say he's the Super Commando. And my Shadow Commander. I did some fading on the helmet at the time. Pretty good detail I have to admit. And I used this form as rebel training in the Empire, in the Imperial soldier officer. I kept the part of that for the Sand Trooper body for this fella. Pretty cool, and I'm happy with it. Oops. Some of my costumes don't want to stand. Oopsie. That is okay. We are going to power through. And my second that trooper just to do with the Shadow Commander. Pretty cool. The same thing again. I did paint multiple times, then I rub it off. I paint the entire front back, the arms and the back here. Want to show how many missions he did for Palpatine, and toss them that side way. And then she's another one of the easier customs. I used the episode 8 way mold. I kept the hair the same. I tried to rid the hood, I didn't. But the extra lightsaber I thought was from the Clone Wars, the mold pack with Sapphire the Night Sister. I tossed them Ben Solo. Other than those without the red lightsaber, those did it with an Anakin lightsaber. And for the Bad Batch, and I have another Bad Batch trooper, but I wouldn't have enough room, if you can see. So I used the Tomato Toady mold from season 1 to 3 and his phase 4 Pfizer. I kept some of the original paint on him. I kind of merged some of the black and red to do show which type of trooper he was. And last but not least, my newest addition to my custom collection is the Shadow ACT Trooper. I made this fella myself. I used his entire mold to my advantage, and the way that I did his head, one of the best work that I did. So all of this was fairly easy to do. I kept some of the blue to show he is still an elite. I don't know if you can see any blue hidden anywhere, cause there's a little bit of red. I don't know if you can see it on my camera. So I painted his arms, but I kept a bit of the red wing. I painted these red, and he needs. I redded the paint, and I tapped one of his legs to lean cause he didn't fully became a shadow act trooper yet, but I hope you enjoy my story time on how I made all of these customs. If you want to see more story times of my collection, please let me know in the comments below, and may the force be with you always. Bye.